What's up YouTube? Welcome to part 2 of making my charmander. This video will be on making the arms, legs, and tail. This is the shoulder joint, which is just a sphere, and the cylinder is going to act as a pin for the arm to slide onto. The joint that I'm making now is going to connect the arms to the body. I'm using a ball joint because the ball joint will allow a full range of motion for the arm. The disc that I just made is going to be pinned inside the shoulder, which will allow the arm to go up and down. After connecting the disc and the ball joint, I made the hole that was going to go inside the body so the ball joint can go into. Once I got the holes aligned on both sides, I went ahead and grouped them to the body. Now I'm just cutting into the shoulder joint. That way I can slide the disc into it. What I'm doing now is adding the pin onto the disc and also making a hole in the shoulder joint for the pin to go into. Once the pin is in the position I want, I made a duplicate of the shoulder and the pin and moved it off to the side. I then changed the pin into a hole and grouped them together to make the pinhole on the shoulder. After that, I just need to adjust the length of the pin that is on the disc. For the arm, I'll be using the cone because I want the thickness of the arm to decrease as it goes out. I made a joint for the wrist too, but the joint was so small that I couldn't get it to print right, so I ended up making the arm just one solid piece later off camera. I'll be using a spear for the upper leg and the pineapple shape for the lower leg. For the ankles, I'll be using a ball joint. For the feet, I just reshaped the spear and rotate it and then cut it in half. For the claws on the feet, I used a parabola and then cut it in half. The hole for the ankle joint is just going to be a cylinder. This is the joint that is going to connect the leg to the body, and it's just a ball joint, which is a cylinder with the spear at the end. Also, I'll just be using a cylinder to make a hole for this ball joint to go into. For the tail, I'll be using a cone, and on the larger end of the cone, I'll be using a half sphere to round it off. The second piece of the tail is made the same as the first piece, except I just made it smaller and pointy at the end of the tail. I'm cutting into this side of the tail so that the second piece can have space to move up and down when I connect them. For the flame at the tip of the tail, I used the pineapple shape and just copy and paste and rotated each piece to a different angle. I made the flame a separate piece from the tail because it prints out cleaner if it was a piece of its own. Again, I'm cutting a circular hole into the body so the tail can have more movement. I'm also using a ball joint for the tail, and I'll be using a cylinder to make the hole for the ball joint to go into. Now I'm making the joint that is going to connect the tail together, which will be a disc with a pin on both sides, just like the shoulder joint. This is what the model looks like. I actually ended up taking the teeth out because it was causing a lot of webbing inside the mouth when I printed it out. So this is going to be it for this video. If you want to see more Pokemon 3D printing, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.